So far, I haven't had any problems with the game before, up until tonight. Apparently, something changed. They did a little update, but it's not just me. A lot of people in the chat here, I've been talking to other people, have been having a lot of issues with the game tonight. CPU lag, which, it's kind of independent from the internet. It's something funky, but if it doesn't fix here, I just tried, a match here after I did like a little fix I found on the internet, which it was playable there. I'm gonna switch games, but for now, the last match I played worked. So here's the hoping things stay working. This is a closed beta, Total War Arena. It's a pretty fun game so far. I did alpha testing in it, which I didn't play out of the alpha, which being closed beta here, I really just have tier 1 and tier 2 units right now. I do have premium units available, but you have to level up your heroes to be able to use them. Like, you can't play say tier 7 units with a tier 1 hero. So that's kind of a good thing, that people won't be able to get to higher tiers without actually, learning the game. But anyway, I am not very, well versed in this game. I'll say that, kind of to start off. But I'll give it my best shot here. But more or less the plan is, if for whatever reason I'm getting CPU lag, which a lot of people are, like I said a moment ago, it becomes unplayable. It's about like a 2-second delay on any movement that you try, and everything's just kind of teleporting. Yeah, so hopefully that is fixed. The last battle I did, it seemed to work. So getting into the thing here right now, as a low tier, it's pretty much, I've seen there's 2 maps essentially for tier 1 and tier 2, it seems like, but grand total there's about 8 or 9 maps in the game, and I'd like to click different things, but I only can see the tech tree. So you have the Greeks, barbarians, and you also have the Romans. I don't know, it's not going to let me click too much because I'm in a matchmaking queue, but more or less it's the same as, say, World of Tanks as far as the progression goes. Wargaming's a publisher, but Creative Assemblies is the developer. So more or less, you start off at tier 1. You either have, for the Greeks at least, an option between hoplites, I think they're called, and also archers. And then you can pick cavalry, pikemen. These are premium units up here, and you have a bunch of different options depending on the nation. There's catapults and artillery. There's a few different options available for the other nations as well. As far as requesting things tonight, I don't have a ton of different units, so I'm probably just gonna play a little bit of everything. I'm not exactly very good in the grand scheme of things. Definitely if you've played the game a lot, it's very tactical. It's kind of fast-paced depending on what you play, but more or less it is like a slower pace game, but tactically speaking, you have to make the right decision or else pretty much it's game over for you. Hopefully I can get in a battle here. It was open for like a open beta weekend, which that ended yesterday. So we're back into closed beta, and until they, if you apply on the website, they do invite people, but with closed beta the population is a little bit lower, so it takes a few minutes to get into matches. So hopefully all works out here. But more or less the game's broken up into, you have heroes, which I have Leonidas here, and armies, which are your units. So you can pick a hero, you also can pick units. You can mix and match units too, you don't have to pick 3 of the same. But as you level up your hero, he gets stronger over time, and until you actually level him up, Like right now, I'm at tier 3. I only have tier 2 units available to me, but I only can equip tier 3 units on him. But the queue times, yes, you know, it was a little over 4 minutes here. This is the first, you know, being closed beta again. Before this, they were a minute max when it was open beta. Which I have a feeling that to get this actually playable, that last match, hopefully it's playable here, or else I am going to swap over. If it doesn't work, I'll swap over to Destiny 2. I can do that, Dingo. If anyone is interested, I could shoot the key to him. Even though Floyd said his key didn't work, which is odd to me, because it did come from Wargaming. It's not like it's a random key I found. But I could give the key to somebody else if they don't have access. But if for whatever reason this doesn't work, I do plan on just quickly swapping over to Destiny 2, because I know that works and I can stream that. But I'm hoping I don't have to do that. I'm gonna head up here. Right now, with hoplites, essentially you have, at least in the lower tiers, there's horsemen, archers, soldiers, essentially, you know, with swords, and also spearmen. Soldiers are kind of jack of all trades. Spearmen are more defensive, but they can do a ton of damage if you go into phalanx formation and kind of box people in. Hello, Andrew, and everyone else too. It's a little hard for me at times, which right now you can kind of see in the upper right I have it enabled. CPU lag is at 0 milliseconds right now. I was getting, which it's popping up now, it's going into the red. It's kind of workable with, you know, around 100 milliseconds or so. I was getting 1 to 2 seconds before I had to go into like a Word document and actually disable multi-threading for the game. I'm actually gonna head all the way up here. He's got cavalry.
The enemy draws first blood. Fight! Spears! Quickly!
I'm not sure. That guy, he's trying to hide. Oh lord, there's basically a Dothraki horde coming towards us here. Which, there is friendly fire in this game. I found that out very, very early. Alright, I might as well start moving up a little bit. They're not going to be pushing into us. Oh lord, we have nobody in the center. Like 0. That is actually very bad. This map, it's, you know, it's the map you play a lot being at low tier. That's actually, vision is very important in this game. I'm gonna try to get in here on this guy. I have a feeling he's just gonna try to run away though. Because fighting me directly is a battle he can't win. This is odd though. They're basically like turtling, which I haven't seen before. This is strange. Hello, Phil. Nice to see you. Fuck, what? Yeah, they get pushed right through the center, and yeah, we're gonna get frickin' annihilated here. I can't push anymore because they're gonna flank us from behind.
The enemy base will soon be ours.
Yep. This is where tactics are very important in this game, and unfortunately right now we're not really doing good tactically. Yep, here comes a ton of swordsmen. Alright, dude. We're actually getting capped though. This is not good.
The enemy base will soon be ours.
But I haven't done anything so far, but unfortunately, dude, you're getting way too ahead of ourselves here.
The enemy base will soon be ours.
Yeah, I actually can't freaking push into this guy.
The enemy base will soon be ours. We're under attack.
Oh, don't go there. I'm killing my own guys here. Come on, move backwards. All right, now I need to move up here. Now, as far as this goes, even though I only have 2 guys fighting him, basically once you're in this position, it's not impossible, but it's very unlikely that they're going to be able to beat you head on if you're in phalanx. I'm just going to box this guy in, but I need to switch out of phalanx here, because I'm going to start damaging myself. Yeah, I'm starting to kill myself. So, let's just, oh lord. No! Oh, I completely screwed this up. Yeah, now I'm the one getting flanked here.
Our victory draws near. They might not be Spartans, but we should not kill our own allies. Sparta.
Yeah, I'm kind of screwed now. We did win though. That's one thing where it's kind of confusing. This is, you know, the first battle and I can't go over everything. But capping is actually a pretty good tactic. It's very hard to reset people on the cap. Which fortunately we capped them out, but we had someone go back to our base to reset them. There is already Vertic in the game, honestly. The last battle I played before this one, someone had catapults, and that was the first time I came across them in the beta here. Kind of forgot about them, and they completely tore me to shreds. But yeah, score-wise, I'm towards the bottom here. I didn't do too much. But what I like about the game is, you know, even if, you know, killing things definitely is important, and capturing too, but you actually have different breakdowns as far as what you do for your team. So there's certain commanders that can buff, debuff things. Archers, you know, can provide fire too and do damage, but not necessarily kill things. And you can do different things and also help your team win. But anyway, getting into things here before I hop into the next battle. So essentially how the game's set up, for anyone who hasn't tried Total War Arena, you have different commanders that you can pick from. Each have their own different skills, you know, 1, 3, and 5, but they can go up to tier 10, you know, to use tier 10 units. So you level up your heroes using, in this game, free experience. You can use it on units, but for the most part, free experience is used on heroes to help them level up a little faster, as far as what I can see. And, you know, right now there's barbarians, Greece, and Romans, of course. I've just kind of stuck with, you know, more or less the stock commanders outside of Leonidas I purchased. Yes, there are girls. There's 2 of them. Boudica. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. Not even gonna try to pronounce that. But then getting to, you know, units, you can mix and match. You don't have to use the same. I kind of use the same right now because it's a little bit easier for me to, you know, have 3 of the same things. But a lot of people mix and match. Say take, you know, 2 hoplites, 1 archer, or, you know, something along those lines. But as far as units go, so let me click over to Germanicus here, which you'll see, as far as units go, you know, they're separated into tiers. Catapults, tier 3, I don't have that yet. Artillery is very deadly in this game if your team doesn't work to kind of negate that. However, moving along here, tier 4, I have unlocked, this is, I believe, premium unit. I purchased the package. They do have packages available where you can buy gold, you know, premium units, and also premium time. It all gets refunded when the game goes live. You can kind of toy around with it now. However, unlike World of Tanks, to where you can buy, say, like a tier 8 tank and jump right into it, your first battle more or less. This game, like my highest unit is actually tier 7 here. The Spearmen. I can't use them until I gain enough experience, whether it's through free experience, excuse me, to actually use them. I kind of like that. In a way, you know, it's kind of, you know, you buy something, you can't use it yet, but I understand why they do it. Because, you know, you can't instantly jump to the higher tiers, because the game is, you know, extremely tactical. But as far as, you know, different units, I only looked at Greece. But as you see here, artillery, right now the Romans, I believe, are the only ones with it. They have 2 separate ones, which, scrolling down here, they have 2 different branches for it. But more or less, going over, okay, clicking the barbarians here. They have archers, they have a lot of horsemen, and then a lot of their warriors mainly fight in the woods. They get buffs for fighting in forests and stuff. But anyway, let me hop into something a little bit different and get into another battle here. I'll play Germanicus here. Which the UI is better. Like Graham said, it used to be pretty bad. I'll admit that. But it's definitely a lot more refined now, which I'm just gonna unlock this. And you also can, you know, as far as the different screens here, there's cosmetics that you can equip on your units. Kind of like World of Tanks camouflage and stuff. You can, as you get into higher tiers, there's more options, but you can change their shields, helmets, stuff like that around. Alright, so let me hop into the Romans here. But currently, the only way... Thank you, Graham, for that. Huh. Why isn't the... That's strange. That... Let me try to fix that. I was about to say, that's strange it's not working. There we go. I'll just refresh it, and that should fix it here. Thanks for pointing that out. I was going to say, this is the first stream doing Total War, so I had to set up a new, it's called a scene in OBS. So I guess something got messed up there. Well, I think you're joking, Vertic, but you know, when I say I'm not good at this game, it's because it has a lot of depth to it. It's not always explained very well, but like going into a forest, you actually get debuffed, or debuffed, not debuffed, based off of the type of the unit that you have. So barbarians, like their swordsmen, get buffs, I believe, for actually being in forests. Horsemen, I believe, get nerfed. And I believe other, like Roman soldiers, I don't think anything really happens to them. But it just, you know, it depends on the unit that you have, and also the commander that you have as well. I just saw your comment about Quickie Baby. Which I'm kind of hoping I get a different map here. You know, I haven't hit tier 3 yet, which is where you start seeing more maps. But I see this one almost every battle, and then there's Thermopylae. That's another one that you see at low tiers, but this seems to be like the favorite right now. Alright, so I'm gonna fight somewhere different. Let me... Alright, everyone's kind of picking where I want to go. I'll head over on this side. Even though we have a lot of... I'll sit back in the base. I'm gonna push up in the center here, which you actually can draw on the mini-map. I've not seen any phalluses yet, but that's something I thought was pretty cool. You can draw on the mini-map even in the battle as well. The Dramaticus here, the only ability I can use right now, since I only have tier 2 units, is a heavy infantry charge. More or less just rush in, do more damage essentially. And the consumable I equipped, once you hit tier 2 you can equip consumables. Some are just like buffs to, say, doing damage or defending. Others, like this, infantry stakes, you can actually build, say, little fortifications and different things throughout the map, which I'm gonna try to place some here if I can.
The enemy has drawn first blood.
But you can essentially lock people out of certain areas in the map. Unless they, you know, fight through it, but they're taking damage fighting a bunch of wood. Even though I don't know if I'm gonna build it right now, because this guy's gonna get, he has javelins right now, and they're gonna take a crap load of damage trying to fight. You can't adjust the speed, it's just like a straight out movement buff. Which, yeah, he's getting, I don't know what this guy's doing. Like,
Swordsman! Apace! Your command! Focus your fire!
uh-oh, we're gonna get, I need to use my, there's a Dothraki horde coming towards us here. I don't know why you guys aren't running. We need to get up to where we can defend. Crap. Yeah, stop shooting me, dude. Dude, they're freaking shooting me.
Our men have rallied. Our allies are firing on us.
That's not good. Like, that is one problem, is once you start getting into a melee fight, your allies can cause a lot of damage to you.
Leave no survivors.
Oh crap, I hit a wrong button there. I hit a... I hit the frickin' I hit the button to charge. I did not want to do that. Which we're getting... I'm gonna have to go back this way. We're getting surrounded. In the back we have phalanx on us. I kind of wish I got down the spikes that I have, but obviously that didn't exactly work out very well. I'm actually going to pull these guys off. Come on. Dude, go that way. Which little moves like this, just flanking someone a little bit here or there, is definitely pretty effective. Which fortunately we're doing alright. It doesn't look like we're doing alright, but we're actually doing alright here. Unfortunately, building the frickin' infantry spikes is a lot more time consuming than you might think. Why? I don't know why he's rushing. Maybe that does make sense. I didn't see these people over this way.
The enemy base will soon be ours.
On throw, charge. Yeah, we got him sandwiched here. I might lose one of my groups down here, but we should be fine in the grand scheme of things. Yes, the blue and the red up top. The blue's your team. Each number there is... Which point out things you guys, have questions about. It's kind of hard for me, since I'm not exactly the most knowledgeable player when it comes to this game. The blue and the red up top is how many individual units. It counts, down to each individual unit on your team. How many's left. So right now they only have 94 individual units left as far as, infantrymen, archers, and, say like horsemen go. We have over 1,100. So we pretty much stomped them in the grand scheme of things. Right now I'm top 3. I dealt mostly aggressions, basically killing units. You'll get stuff like teamwork, more or less. I find if you're like flanking a ton of things, you'll get a lot of teamwork. And then the other one is defense. So the last battle I played with the spearmen, you would get a lot of defense if you're kind of blocking an area and the enemy's trying to push through you. You're not necessarily killing a lot of things, but you're holding them back and soaking up and tanking a lot of damage. Alright. Which best players, more or less, right now it's determined on how many people you essentially kill in a battle. Alright, so as far as determining what gets killed, what survives in melee, say like archers, stuff like that, I don't have anything definitive. However, if you look at the grand scheme of things, so more or less, you have your units and they're broken down into certain stats here. Aggression, as you can see, has a bunch of different values as far as what damage you do against armor, if you're getting flanked, your morale, stuff like that. And then defense, more or less, it depends on if your unit has shields, whether they have actual armor on. Survivability, again, there's armor, health, morale, and mobility. As far as what I understand about the game, a lot of it is depending on flanking things, and like Graham kind of pointed out, there are 2 bars on your units, which let me hop into, I'll hop into archers here, just to switch things up a little bit. So essentially, it's dealt, I believe, on a unit-by-unit basis. I don't know the exact calculation, but I believe damage is calculated for each unit, essentially. Or, at the very least, each squadron. It's just... You'll notice sometimes when you're getting flanked, or some of your units get stuck, say in certain spots, like the enemy, you know, say... hits like 10 of them, but the rest of your units aren't touching the enemy units. Those specific units will actually take damage on their own. So I believe it's based on a unit by unit thing, to where each, you know, infantryman or horseman has its own HP, damage, armor, stuff like that, what have you. So more or less, you know, who knows the exact formula, but it's basically based off of every single unit that you have available to you. And like Graham was pointing out, there is a morale bar to where if you get flanked, what that does, not only do you do extra damage because units' shields aren't facing you, their spears aren't facing you, stuff like that, but you actually inflict morale damage, and it drops their morale. To where if it hits 0, an enemy's units will actually start breaking up and trying to run away from you. They won't actually fight, so you can pretty much just kill them without taking damage. And as it drops 2, they're a little bit less effective, you know, fighting in a formation. So you can kind of break them apart. And certain things do affect morale too. And also, it's really complex, honestly. Like, I don't want to talk too much about it because, you know, I don't exactly know everything when it comes to this. Like, I tried reading a lot about it, you know, because whenever I play a game, I try to read a lot of stuff and learn as much as I can about it before, you know, actually playing it. And it's pretty in-depth, this game, even though it's, you know, a closed beta. As far as cover goes, say against archers, catapults, cover does come into play. You know, buildings and say cliffs and stuff actually will block, say, arrows. Catapults too. If they fire something, it'll roll across the ground after it hits, damaging anything in its wake till it, you know, disappears and or hits something and stops. Like with the Romans there, I had those consumable spikes I could have laid down. There's also a fortification you can build that doesn't do any damage, but it just slows the enemy down. That will actually stop things as well. But it's really, you know, it's a tough game to jump into and kind of learn everything. Like, from what I've seen in the low tiers, kind of like World of Tanks, it is simplified in a way. But once you start getting, most people say tier 5, tier 4, tier 5 in this game, kind of like World of Tanks again. Wargaming, even though it's a publisher, did have a pretty big influence in changing the game to like its current makeup with the tiers and also the progression. Once you get to tier 4 or 5, even though, say, this, you know, you're gonna have a couple different units in the same tier. Say they're both swordsmen, they can play completely different based off of the abilities that they have. Like, some you might be able to tank a little bit more damage. The hero that you have, like Germanicus, a lot of people say he's pretty strong once you start getting the higher tiers, because he has the infantry charge. He can actually get his units into a formation that protects you against archers. In a way, I forget what it's called specifically, but it's really complex. Honestly, I'm still learning the game. Like, in the open beta here, I have, I think, like 20 battles in the open beta, which battles can last pretty long sometimes. Like, I had a few where you're down to like about 100 versus 100 units at the end, with a few people, you know, on each team kind of left. and it can kind of get long and drawn out. There is no gold ammo, no. Currently, the only thing as far as, you know, money buys you, it buys you converting free experience, which helps you, you know, level up faster, but doesn't give you any advantages. You can use your gold to buy cosmetic stuff that doesn't affect anything as far as like armor or stats go. You can buy premium units, which are basically, in a way I relate it to like Dreadnought, to where they're like unique for their tier, but they're not necessarily better. You know, it's not like you have a Object 252U or something that people consider overpowered. They're just different for their tier. Some might be better in a way versus other units, but they're not necessarily better in the grand scheme of things. Like some people point out, tier 7 Romans get a premium spearman, and that's, I think, one of 2 spearmans available to the Romans. So it's technically basically the best spearman that the Romans get, but in the grand scheme of things, it's not, say, better than other tier 7 spearmen in other nations. Alright, let's load in here. Just waiting on one person, which I have archers. I'd like to get to, I'm gonna try, maybe after this battle because all the gold currently I'm spending now will get refunded once it hits open beta. They're gonna do one more wipe at the end of closed beta, which looks like it's gonna be sometime in January. Yes, that's the formation Graham's got there. But once it hits open beta, that's going to be the last wipe, and you basically get back everything that you spend and restart. Plus they give you, if you play 100 battles in the closed beta, they give you like, I forget, it's like 50 or 75,000 free experience to start the game with, and a pretty good amount of silver and some other special things. Alright, are you going to push? Or are you just gonna stand there? I'm gonna use this to get a little bit forward, but hopefully I don't need to run away from any horsemen or anything. Which, one thing I didn't mention, which is extremely important, is in this game, if people AFK on your team, I didn't know this until about like my 5th or 6th battle. If someone AFKs on your team, essentially the game will detect that, and you can actually click on their units and you can control them. You don't, I believe you don't get anything for it, like experience and stuff. You may. I only controlled someone else's units once, and honestly I did really bad. But more or less, if someone's AFK on your team, yeah, it sucks. But which we are really outnumbered here. I don't know if we want to do that. Little dude, boy, 12 boy. We're actually, yeah, we're not in a good spot right now. So that is a plus, to where if someone AFKs, you're not necessarily just screwed off the get-go. They're moving on our people over here. Unfortunately, I think we're gonna get flanked from over on the right here, but that just might be me. Volley here and kind of run back. But right now, since I have all archers, I'm really dependent on this dude with swordsman here. If he, basically I have to follow wherever he goes, because I'm not able to actually fight on my own. I need to run because they most likely have a heavy infantry charge here.
Focus fire! Attack! Quickly!
Alright, I need to run.
Rapid advance!
Yeah, we're we're basically running for our lives here. Our team is also down by about 300 here, which not good in the grand scheme of things, I would say. Well, archers aren't arty. You know, I played a match right before I stream here. Arty is definitely arty in this game. I have a feeling it'll annoy some people, but archers, while it looks annoying right now because I'm able to hit them and they can't hit me back, archers are very hard to play. Like right now, these swordsmen are breaking off. You can actually melee fight in a lot of archers. Fortunately, we're capping them, but they're getting... I'm gonna run more here. I'm having trouble getting around this guy. Yes, you can actually outrun some things in your archers, and they can actually catch up with you. Luckily, they don't have any horsemen, or else we would... I can't shoot him. I'll do team damage, essentially. But we're running out of room here. Like, we're gonna get hammered here. But, you know, all we can do, we kind of have it tied up as far as raw units left. But,
Stop firing! Our men are under attack!
I'm not actually really doing much team damage, so I'm just gonna stick with it.
Annihilate them! Archers! Quick march! No rest! Apace!
I don't know if that guy was aiming for me, but he clearly missed.
We are firing upon
Yeah, I know I'm firing on allies. But we're kind of,
We
yeah.
must cease fire! Our allies are in there! Quickly!
Trying to
Macedonians!
pick,
Our victory draws near! My target!
there we go. Trying to pick places where I'm not shooting many allies, but I'm trying to stay alive, honestly, because we did win. Fortunately, we capped them out, and we had so much of their team following us, they honestly should have just, you know, gave up and ran away. They didn't have horsemen, so they couldn't catch up to us, but they should have just ran away because so much of their team were stalled. Basically, they had four players against just the 3 of us, it looked like. It might have been 5, but it looked like they had 4 versus our 3. And we just basically ran away from them the whole match. And unfortunately for them, the other flank on our team kind of capped them out. But in the grand scheme of things, score-wise, I didn't do much damage. I did a little bit of team damage, too. But, we got a win. Archers so far haven't been my favorite thing, but it's kind of hard to judge since, you know, it's just, right now I'm at tier 1 for archers. What's my win rate? 8? Alright, so let me see. Let me see if I can get up another tier so I could possibly,
I am Germanicus.
see if I can convert some experience here. I need to see what... I have premium units, I'm not sure... Okay, I have scouts as far as archers go, and also cavalry. I believe.
Germanicus,
So I'll do Germanicus
Consul of
here.
Rome.
Get him to tier 4, so maybe I'll get to see a different map here. But
Swordsman!
fortunately they're not exactly infantry. But let's see. I'll play some horses since I've been playing a lot of infantry so far.
Swordsman!
This is going to be the highest tier I've played so far as well. But with premium units, like I was saying, they're not necessarily better than, you know, the same tier regular units in the tech trees. So what you get for it, it states it over here: 50% more free experience, unit experience, silver rewards, and it doesn't cost any. So think of it as your repair bill. There's no replenishment cost. So they're basically free to play, you know, after you buy them, of course. And, you know, you make a lot of free experience for leveling up your commanders. So premium units are going to be good for leveling up a commander. Once you get them, you know, the tier 3, tier 4, where premium units start to, you know, populate each nation. Right now it looks like they start tier 3. It could be tier 4 like Germany, or not Germany. Romans. It's just Germanicus. And it goes up to tier 7 is the highest right now out of tier 10. But here's the hoping. I should see something a little bit different as far as maps go. Which, this screen here, it's not super in depth as far as stats go so far. But compared to when it was in alpha testing, it's a pretty big leap ahead. It just shows you the different amount of battles, which, no, I got the same map. Awesome. Guys probably think I'm crazy that there's only, thinking maybe there's only one map in this game, but there's more. I was watching someone else, they were playing a lot of like tier 4 and tier 5. I was watching them on, there's only someone on Twitch streaming Total War yesterday, and they actually got to see different things. If anyone does want to see, you know, a specific type of unit again, you know, let me know, or else I'm just gonna, you know, kind of pop around and pick different things here. Which I'm glad the CPU lag seems to have gone away, because that was literally unplayable. I'm just gonna pick somewhere in the back. M3 Stewart. Which this person sign on. They have war dogs. I haven't seen them being played yet. You're actually gonna see this person. I forget the commander, but these are artillery pieces, so catapults.
Capture the enemy base or kill all enemy forces.
At the ready!
So for those of you who, or wait, maybe they're not catapults. God damn it! There's catapults in this game. Well, yes. I honestly, I thought there was only one map currently in the beta testing until I started watching other people play the game.
Has drawn first blood.
Which I'm using, unfortunately I'm using a commander that, like, I'm actually not really, I'm in a pretty bad matchup here, just because I'm using a infantry commander for, which they have a freaking artillery piece with, yeah. As you can see, there are rocks flying at us from an unknown Unknown area. Oh, there we go. There's their catapult. They have to deploy them. No, I'm gonna head over on the other side. It looks like these people are gonna fight it out.
Charge them down!
Huh, well, hopefully I don't run into, hopefully I don't run into that if anyone on the enemy team has them. I'm gonna try to get over to this guy, but I might be a little bit late. I should have went over here earlier. I tend to stay on this side of the map a lot of times because I find it a little bit easier to play, which I don't know why this person, they're not doing anything. And yeah, our poor dude is, yeah, this is, now it's honestly not worth going over here. I was too late. Uh-oh. I'm a noob playing tier 4 now. I don't know why that guy hid all the way in the back though. Doesn't make any sense. Hopefully he pushes out to help me. There he goes. I'll give it a shot with him. Right, we're just gonna rush right into people. Don't think that worked out very well for me. Who knows? But I'm gonna try to run away here. Uh-oh. That might not be good for me.
Cowards! The men are routing!
Some of my people kind of got stuck. I don't know why this guy isn't running away. Here comes War Dogs, which somebody, I don't know who, somebody's shooting frickin' catapults at us. There we go. Yes. Germanicus, when you lose your morale, so that top white bar, which I'm doing terrible here. I shouldn't have pushed into infantrymen head on. He'll call you a coward. It's, I don't know where exactly their units went, but
The enemy base will soon be ours.
I don't have my charge, but I'm hoping that I'll be able to outdamage this guy. Which, how are you guys doing down there? See if I can get my strongest group out here. I don't know if this is gonna do anything. No. Someone's a little angry. Thank you very much, Ricky, for the subscription.
Our allies are
Alright, let's clean up this. They have like 1 or 2 people left here. Probably gonna head back to our cat. Holy crap! Stop shooting at us! Yeah, I'm gonna head back here and see what these guys want to do. This guy's pretty dug in. These were what I was talking about earlier. It's really hard for anything outside of war dogs. Apparently can run through them without taking much, if any, damage. But trying to get infantry through there, you'll take damage trying to push through the spikes. Right now we're down by about 200.
The enemy base will soon be ours.
I'm gonna try to get vision for us and get this quickly. Hopefully though this guy can't. Oh, nope, he's running that way. That's not good. Just with the units I have left, we're You really want me to? I'll run up there. Okay. I guess that does make sense. I'm just a noob. That's where it takes me a minute sometimes to see what I should be doing. This is usually why I don't play horsemen. Alright, this is not good right now. Our freaking catapult guys is like chucking rocks at us. Alright, I'm gonna rush at their archers here and hopefully I can make it through. Oh lord. I'm run away again. I only have like a couple I have a couple people left, but I'm still doing something, I guess. He should be fine back here. And this is where we're down by a couple hundred, but now we're starting to make, you know, our comeback here. Hopefully, if I don't screw this up. I might screw this up. Okay, I thought I saw their horsemen up here. I don't know exactly where they went. But I'm gonna cap this just to give us a little bit of vision. Got a couple more than 3. Oh, I thought that guy was AFK.
Charge!
Ah, shit.
Allied friendly fire!
Guess I'll go annoy their catapults, maybe? I don't even know what I should be doing, to be honest. But at least my team's... seems like they're making a pretty good comeback. Thought the guy was over here. Nope, he's definitely over this way. I don't think he knows where
The enemy base will soon be ours.
where the hell I'm coming from. I'll surprise him with my one horseman, I guess.
The enemy base will soon be ours.
Whoopsie daisy. I got some sort of lag there because my units like disappeared. I'm down to one. Or no, two things, I guess. Ah, Lord. Honestly, I would just hop into a different battle, but I guess I'm still helping. Well, you know, as far as that goes, the people cursing at each other, I'll say that as far as the chat goes so far, it's definitely a lot more useful than World of Tanks. People typically try to work it with each other.
Your command. Attack. Destroy.
Oh Lord. Run away! That one little horse guy. And I got killed by my own dude. Anyway though, let's see, did I have a decent fight? No. I was almost last place. Anyway though, let's hop into a different battle. I'm gonna start a raffle here too, since it's an hour in here. The winner's gonna get 1,000 Levi biscuits here.
Battle ready.
Servant of the Republic.
Let's see.
Germanicus, Consul of Rome.
King Leonidas.
What units do I have at my disposal here?
Leonidas of Sparta.
I'm gonna get Leonidas up here, just so I can play something a little bit higher tier. So I have a javelin and more spearmen. Difficulty hard. They do rate different units on how easy they play if you look just beneath like their title. Most things are moderate, but you can find a couple things with easy, but I'm gonna go with the spearmen here.
Spears. Spears.
And I can't forget to add consumables here. Okay. Share the wine.
Battle ready. Ready.
I'm just gonna go with these people I'll do a little bit of everything. At least that wasn't the last battle though. There is, I'll show you after this battle. I thought it was pretty cool. So down here in the bottom right, they actually have a built-in replay system. So take World of Tanks for example. You can enable replays, saves a little file on your PC, and you can open up the client and essentially watch it. And if you want to share it with anybody, you either need to say record something with OBS or another program, upload it to YouTube, or upload it, you know, to like a file website that people download it and then watch it on their PC if you're using the World of Tanks file. Here, you can actually see your most recent battles. It also has highlights, I believe, and it has like top moments and battles from other people recently in the game, all right down here in the client. And if you click on it, you know, it'll pop up different people, different maps, stuff like that. And it's, you know, it's something to where I guess it's really good starting out because you can see other people play, what works, what doesn't. And I thought it was kind of nice that they added something like that in. Well, as far as horses go, I've seen a lot of people talk about they are a little bit underpowered right now. They're mainly for like scouting. Oh lord, there's a map called Rubicon. Hopefully Wargaming did not name this. I saw a different map though. I'm going to be completely lost here. Just a forewarning. But basically right now in the game, spearmen are going to be nerfed. The developers already kind of said that. They're outperforming. Yes, this is the KV2 mug here. Oh lord, where do I even want to go? Yeah, I'm gonna head over here, maybe. Yeah, this is the first time I've ever seen this map. Like, I've seen Thermopylae and a couple, I think one other map, but I've not seen this one yet. Alright, so I have Phalanx, and I also have Presence. Okay. Which, Fight in the Shade I can finally use here for the commander ability. If anyone's shooting archers at me here. Congratulations, Andrew, on winning. I was about to say, I'm not going to be able to get over there. Let's see. Yours to command. Apace. I guess these are females? Because, awaiting orders. At the ready. Into phalanx. Could have been a little bit close, or... We should not kill our own allies. Yeah, don't get in front of me, dude. Unfortunately, he kind of got caught up in my phalanx here. Dude, don't run into it. Unfortunately, if people run through your spearmen, your phalanx, you'll actually team kill them. You'll even kill your own units as well. You know, it's very powerful. People essentially can't push through it. But on the flip side, you know, you do a lot of team damage if you're not careful. Alright, this guy, he's just gonna give us a run around. he gonna run this way? I'm actually gonna set up over here because I have a feeling he's gonna run. He's gonna run that way. Could be wrong, but I just have a feeling. Which they're actually going. I think they're going for our flag. Alright, I need to be careful not to hit my own guys here. Uh-oh.
They might not be Spartans, but we must defend our base.
Yep, I'm probably screwing up, but... Anyway, let's run this way.
We must defend our base.
See you, Graham. Have a nice night. Thanks for watching. I probably shouldn't have went back there. I guess the closest... yeah, I need to head this way. I should have went here way earlier. But this is part of the reason where you'll find that the map that I was playing last, plus Thermopylae, the other kind of low tier map, they're a lot smaller, so there's essentially less that you can screw up. Which, yes, we get it, dude. You're pinging, and we really need to reset this group of people here, which nobody's firing at because he's running away. We might actually lose this without actually getting back to the cap. Thank you very much for tipping Levi, Andrew. But yeah, I should have went back to the cap a while ago because I probably should have seen this happening.
Ready to serve. At the ready.
We are Spartans. We're under attack.
Dude, reset! Reset it! Oh my god. Like, I get that I'm kind of screwing up here, but there we go.
Quick march. Kill. Your command. At the ready.
Now we're back in it. We just almost blew that.
Battle calls.
Which gets his buff everyone here.
Yours to command.
No mercy. We're being damaged by friendly fire.
Yeah, stop shooting us. Oh, crap.
Your command. Awaiting orders. Ready to serve.
Which I'm guessing these are. Ah, Lord. Now they're running away. We were up by a lot, but now we're down by a little bit more than I'd like. I'm on this team. We need a pretty big lead. Who needs more help? I think... Yeah, I'm not able to chase after those guys. I'll get these swordsmen here, to be honest.
Quick march. Yours to command. Your command.
Alright, I have a feeling that these people are gonna die very fast. I'm not even gonna form up in any special position. I'm just gonna try to flank them one more time. Alright, you gonna turn around here?
Knock them down!
Destroy! Your command? Quick march!
Form phalanx!
Alright, that's what I need to do, because
Awaiting orders! Ready to serve! Yours to command! Awaiting orders! Quick march!
I'm gonna get
Phalanx! Form phalanx!
blanked here. So I'm actually gonna
We
fall
must
back.
defend our base!
These people...
Orders understood!
Alright, this is where I'm actually somewhat decent at this. I feel like, at least.
Into phalanx!
Double time!
Yeah, you're gonna get Swiss cheesed here, dude.
Awaiting orders! At the
I might be getting flanked here, but he's about to get sandwiched. Come on, keep moving.
quickly!
Inch forward, faster.
Ready to serve!
Battle calls! No mercy!
Hello, Daniel.
We must defend our base!
Come on. There we go. I'm trying not to damage my own units too, if I can help it.
At the ready! Action! Orders received! Awaiting orders! Awaiting orders! Battle ready! Double time! Your command?
Alright, time for no more phalanx. We're just gonna smack them with our shields
Glory awaits!
and buff ourselves here. See you, Andrew. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for tipping Levi too. I'm gonna give it to him after this battle here. I haven't given a key to anybody, Dingo, yet. I mentioned it, but if anyone does want a closed beta key for this, I can just pop it in the chat here. Honestly,
I shall remember this.
so maybe I'll just do that here. So as far as the keys go, you should be able to redeem this on... There's going to be 2 different keys here. They're from Wargaming, which, oh lord, there's one person left. They're from Wargaming. Floyd said it didn't work for him, which was odd. It should. If it doesn't work, if anyone else tries these keys, let me know, because I'm gonna contact support, honestly, because they're part of the bundle that I purchased. But the URL to redeem them, you need to be logged into your account. I just posted it into the chat there. Since there's only one person left, you see at the top here, 596 of us, but one person has like 1 unit left somewhere, and they're just hiding. Here you go, little doggy. He's gonna find that soon. I would say I did a pretty decent job, though. Top 3 as far as the total amount of points I have. I would say yes. This one's kind of an ace too. So, or mastery badge first class maybe. Maybe not an ace. But I'll put something in the shop for this one. I'll put an ace one in here. As far as when it comes to me, this is pretty good. But I would say this was a pretty good battle here. Got some achievements. Granted, this is higher tier than the usual tier 1 and 2 I was playing. But overall, I did an alright amount of damage, but I defended the most out of, you know, everyone on my team, kind of blocking them in the first and last little bit of the battle, and then I supported a bit too. A couple times, you know, when we're back on the cap and stuff, I have some buffs I was able to, you know, do to my units and also my allies as well. One thing I would like is if it told you like specifics as far as like how many units you killed, stuff like that, but you know, as far as I don't really see anything as far as like specific stats go, which, you know, it'd be nice if they kind of maybe there we go. You have to basically hover over this, I guess, to be able to see that. I ended up killing almost 200 units, which isn't too bad, I guess. Alright, so let me try something. I'll switch my units again here. We'll try javelins here.
Eager.
Or
Ready.
why don't I do 2 spearmen and 1 javelin? Let's go with that.
Go tell the Spartans, friend, that here by
And then
their
after this,
law,
I'll try to
die.
level up maybe something else and try out like a barbarian and something again. If anyone wants to see anything specifically though, you know, really the only thing outside of you know, low tiers I have is premium units, and there's like no premium catapults and stuff like that. Which I didn't really mention it, but you know, right now the friends list has a little bit of bugs as far as what people have said. But a big part of the game is actually you can party with, I think it's up to 3 other people, so 4 in total. And you know, you gain extra experience for grouping up with people. But it's really important to do that in a way, because you're able to, you know, pick, say 2 people play, you know, like infantrymen, 1 person plays horsemen, an archer, and like catapult, stuff like that. So there's a lot of strategy to things, even in random battles. A lot more than, say, World of Tanks, World of Warships, what have you, probably combined. It's one of those games where even though you're playing with a bunch of random people, you know, once, you know, tier 1, it's definitely really iffy. But I noticed once I started getting into tier 2, where you have the people that you have about 10 battles at least under your belt once you get to tier 2, that, you know, strategy actually starts to form a little bit. If you're on my team, no, don't expect too much from me. I'm gonna hop out here, but I'm gonna go in the back. In the long run though, you know, this game being in closed beta right now, it still has quite a ways to go. You know, before everyone's running away from me, I wonder why. Has quite a ways to go before, you know, actually being released. Now, the open beta, it's rumored, it's not confirmed, but it's rumored to start in early 2018. And once that hits, I believe the open beta, once it goes to closed beta, you know, from closed beta here to open beta, that's the last wipe that they're going to do for people's accounts. Try to get up here quickly. Spearman's kind of uni here.
Ready to serve. Double time.
Awaiting.
Alright, everyone's kind of ditching me, but I think I'll be okay up here.
Awaiting orders. Quick march.
Hopefully.
Yours to command. At the ready. Quick march.
We're under attack! Into phalanx!
Oh lord. That's not good. Not good at all. I don't know why I did that. I'm just a noob. I just lost half of my frickin' javelins. Should have known that was gonna happen, but I just let that guy kind of run past me too. Whoops. Is it easy?
At the ready! Your command? We're under attack!
Run.
Everyone's frickin' running away from me.
Ready to serve.
Ready to serve!
Awaiting orders. Apace.
We fight in the shade!
Alright, guess I'll use this.
Awaiting orders!
Quickly.
Your command? Attack! Destroy! Double time!
Your command. At the ready.
I think they're gonna fall back.
Awaiting orders. Ready to serve. Quickly.
At the ready!
Your command. Apace.
Still found them here.
Yours to command. Without question.
Awaiting orders!
Trying to spot essentially for my
Quick march.
Your command?
catapults here. I don't know how effective I am right now, but
Focus fire!
oh shit! I just killed a couple more people here on my own units too.
Apace!
Yep, that's
Run!
it's pretty bad.
Ready to serve.
Holy crap! They're having themselves a fight over here.
Double time.
Awaiting orders!
Your command.
We're under attack!
Ready to serve. Yours to command.
Oh crap!
Command? Double time!
Your command.
Awaiting orders!
These horsemen are going to screw up that.
Ready to serve.
Raise shields!
Quickly.
Ready to serve! Quickly!
Awaiting orders.
I'm gonna try to flank these people, but who knows how well it's gonna actually work out in the grand scheme of things.
Following orders. Yours to command. Apace.
Yours to command!
Your command. Apace. Ready to serve. Yours to command.
Alright. I know I'm gonna get hit by archers.
Destroy. At the ready.
Command?
Alright, so that didn't work. The horseman this guy ran away from me. At least we flanked these people.
Fight!
And we're gonna kill their catapults. Awesome.
Ready to serve! Run!
Form phalanx! We must defend our base!
Awesome. Uh-oh.
Quickly! Your command. Orders understood. Your command. Quick march. Awaiting orders.
Into phalanx!
Destroy!
Onto glory!
Death! At the ready. Quickly! Obeying orders.
Trying to get my guys back to the base.
Run!
We're getting kind of...
Apace!
Awaiting orders.
I probably should not have split my units up here. Yeah, I'm gonna regret this. Ah, shit. I actually almost killed that guy.
Your command. Destroy! Run! Yours to command.
We must defend our base!
Death!
No prisoners!
Double time!
Walls of Sparta! Knock them down!
I don't know how well this is gonna work out in the end. Grand scheme of things here.
Apace!
Double time!
Uh-oh.
Without delay. Destroy!
Yeah, I screwed up here. Yeah, we're...
Quick march!
On my mark!
I wonder if they're talking about fast forwarding over me, because I probably
We're
would.
under attack!
I think I did all right though.
Apace! Destroy! Attack!
To battle! They're routing!
Quick march!
Form phalanx!
But those people in chat seem pretty angry in the grand scheme of things.
Bash them!
I've got like one.
Obeying orders.
Yeah, I got one last little guy here. I don't think he's gonna last very long. But let me hop into. I'm gonna hop into something else because really all we have left is one catapult, and we have a bunch of horses just running around here. Somewhere he goes though. I don't know if that's good or bad. I guess yeah, top 4 in the grand scheme of things. You know, I got a lot of support for doing something, probably spotting for the guy that had a lot of catapults, which unfortunately was, I believe, this guy, and was it the Gov guy too? I believe it was Gov too, but I guess I tried my best. Let's hop into something a little bit different here. I probably have time for
King
maybe
Leonidas.
two or something
Prisoner
more
of Rome,
battles.
no longer.
How much free experience do I have here? Good to see you, Labobo. Thank you very much for watching.
Arminius.
Have a nice day at work tomorrow. A little bit of that. And get ourselves some tier 4. You know, right now these are premium units, so let's see, I have difficulty easy, that's good in my favor. And then Spear Brothers here. As you can see, there's a lot of different, like, take barbaric phalanx here. You buff a lot of things, but you also lose a lot of different stats. I'm gonna try to play these guys here.
Ready.
Just I haven't exactly played any barbarian swordsman or anything before. Let me. You can. One of the consumables is a brandish head. All right, that's dirt pouches. It's always interesting, like, yeah. Since this is kind of a new game, kind of seeing what's I'm gonna go with this just to get a little bit. Whoops, I didn't want that. Just to get a little bit more speed out of these. That way, you know, I die a little faster. I wonder if anybody used the, you know, the 2 keys I popped in the chat earlier. To maybe, you know, this game, you know, is this a game I'm probably gonna play like every single game? You know, when I compare it to World of Tanks, like watching it's probably a little different, but it really, you know, what I like about World of Tanks is it's not too fast paced, not too slow paced, but there's a lot of thinking and, you know, tactically speaking, you're always doing a lot of different things in World of Tanks. When it comes to Total War, it feels a lot, you know, the same, or similar, I should say, to World of Tanks. I would say in the grand scheme of things, like, I know it's not Wargaming developed, they're just the publisher, but I would say this is closer to World of Tanks as far as gameplay goes than World of Warships and also World of Warplanes. Sounds weird since, you know, you have 3 different units plus a commander, and a bunch of, you know, different stuff going on, and it's not just you're flying a plane or a tank or, you know, sailing a ship. It's hard to describe, but the feel I get from the game definitely is more tank-esque than it is the other games. I think Levi's angry at me because we gave him a bath, and I think he's a little angry he didn't get to. He could have went to bed, but he decided to stick out here with me. I'm really glad though that the game, you know, it did decide to work. There's still a lot of bugs in the game. Like most betas, when you're playing a game, a lot of them are pretty much finished, and it's more like a glorified demo. And for marketing, this is a true, you know, beta test, which is why right now, getting into it, you either need an invite code, or if you apply on their, why don't I head out? This is for something a little different. If you sign up on their website, they eventually, you know, do batches of invites for people. That's how I got into it. I was invited, you know, well over, at this point, maybe like a year and a half ago. So the early stages of the game were very crude. Alright, so what do we got here? We have Frenzy. Harass. The definitely
draws first blood. Double time. Run.
Trying to get them to cross here. Not sure if they have anything over here. They could, which would not be good for me. Right now I'm hidden in grass, basically the vineyard here. I assume that he can't see me, but I could be wrong. Kinda hoping he can't see me because I'm gonna try to rush this guy.
Harass them! Quickly!
There we go.
Release!
We just throw all these things at him. That hurt him quite a bit.
Keep moving! Destroy!
This guy got a little bit ahead of himself.
Destroy! Slay them! Morday!
Which you'll notice here, that's the damage I'm causing, I believe, on the left here. But also on the right, that's the percentage of your attacks actually landing on them. And if you start taking damage on your units underneath, it shows how much damage you're taking. Plus, it also shows the amount of damage that you're either deflecting or, you know, basically blocking. Or no, it's the amount that you miss, because right now 0%, they're not hitting me, I believe. And now 6%, only 6% of those arrows. Which, holy crap, yeah, that guy is right. Our entire center just got manhandled. Holy lord. I don't think this match is going to go very well for us. You know, I don't know why, but yeah, it looks like...
At them! And they're under attack!
Holy crap. Dude, right now this guy, you see all this damage here? That's all team damage. He went into, with his spearmen, he went into the phalanx position, which is pretty effective at stopping enemies from pushing into you, but like I said a little earlier, it, which he just ran across and there was a bunch of fire there, it causes a ton of team damage. Like, it's not something that you want to do when you have allies. Yeah, at this point, we're only down by 300, but I don't like our chances here. He just freaking set me on fire again. Nope. Doesn't make sense for me to push into them.
Harass them! And they're under attack! Double time! Our men are under attack!
But yeah.
At the ready!
I just looked at the mini-map when someone said in the chat a little bit ago, like, you know, we basically lost the entire center. I don't know how they lost the center that fast, but it happened.
Lose! Fire! Yours to command! Quick march! Kill them all! Double time! Our men are under attack!
Yeah, I'm gonna, at this point.
Awaiting orders!
I can keep running, but I'm not gonna make it out of this.
Slay them!
No auto fire extinguisher? Unfortunately not. But yeah, being tier 4 here for the past couple battles, compared to the first few, it is like World of Tanks to where it gets, you know, the beginning of the game is very simplified, to where it's like rock, paper, scissors, because there's only like 3 or 4 different units you're going to come across in a battle. Once you start reaching higher tiers here, like you see there's catapults, they're Roman soldiers threw basically fire down while they're running away. There's a bunch of different tactics. And yeah, it's kind of hard to keep up with it. You know, I was watching, you know, other people play, and there's a lot that, you know, it might look like you're winning, and the enemy has, say, like a perk that, you know, essentially helps them counter your people, whether it's fighting you directly or running away and, you know, kind of whittling you down. But here, you know, we're down by a bit, which, you know, we have a lot of people over on this side. I just hope that they're able to cap them out, but unfortunately they're at our base already. So I'm gonna hop into another battle here. Switch to something.
I am Germanicus.
Wait, let's see, what else do we have here? We have archers there. I don't want to play archers only because maybe, hell, I'll try it. I've already done it with the horsemen. I'm like, because Germanicus is mainly for like infantry with shields and stuff like that, but I'll give it a shot with archers here and see how it goes.
I will do what must be done.
Which, I'll start another raffle here. Since the battles being a little bit longer sometimes, this may or may not be the last battle. I might do one more after this, but let's see. Since we had an ace match here a little bit ago, the winner's gonna get 1,500 Levi biscuits. Flip coin. You have to make sure you have enough coins to actually use it. So unfortunately, if the first one you typed though, and you probably didn't have 1,100 coins, you only can bet up to 2,000. But if you type flip coin and put, you know, a number after it that you actually have in Levi biscuits, you'll be able to bet. It's 48% chance to win, to double your biscuits. But there's a 15-minute cooldown on it, so if you do it and you don't have the amount of currency the first time, it does lock you out for 15 minutes. Which my next stream, the next scheduled stream is for Thursday morning in World of Tanks. Don't be surprised, you know, I might hop on tomorrow at some point. About midday, but it might be, you know, I might play a little bit of a Destiny 2 just for, you know, maybe an hour or two. In between, I have a bunch of vet stuff for Levi tomorrow, so after that I might, you know, play a little bit of something that, you know, is just kind of sit back and blow things apart. Unfortunately for me, Floyd, I do it about once every 2 weeks. I just reset, you know, all my coins and stuff like that. Alright, so I've got archers. I'm gonna set up run here. Hello,
Capture the enemy
B-Rat.
base or kill all enemy
How do I
forces.
balance game and work? Usually work comes first for me. But fortunately right now, work's winding down for the season for me. I typically have the winters off. So these archers seem to be pretty fast in the grand scheme of things. A little peek there, but
We have drawn first blood.
Quickly!
you can Google what Wulu means. Everyone's had to do it. Fortunately, why this guy's not pushing up? They're all running south there. Just having vision's really important to be able to see what the enemy's doing. But our team doesn't seem to be very interested in that. As far as streaming goes, I've been streaming for about a year and a half now, but honestly, compared to a lot of other streamers, I don't stream, as much. I do 2-3 hour long streams, about 3 hours max at any given time, and do it about 4 days a week right now. They're gonna be a problem. They are going to flank the hell out of me, I believe.
Our base is under attack.
Oh Lord, we're gonna be in a lot of deep doo-doo here. Run away! Why aren't you running away? Holy crap. Yep, this is really not good. Yep, I just lost about half all my morale on some of those. And yeah, we're getting freaking annihilated. Oh my god. This is really not good. Well, there's their entire enemy team, and guess what? Our team is all down in the frickin' forest.
Run!
Our men have rallied.
We got more than... What do you mean you didn't get a survey, Dylan? I don't know what you're asking about. Did you use the code? Because that should just strictly invite your Wargaming account to the closed beta. As far as a survey, I don't have any idea. Yeah, I'm... in no means do I know anything about that. But congrats, Floyd, on winning the raffle. Honestly, I'm gonna play another match, because this match, we got boned here. I should have ran away. I had a chance to run away, but this is where teamwork triumphs over pretty much everything. And most of our team ran into the forest, which we still have a good chance to win this, but they need to cap. That's really the only way we're gonna win. Which right now I got top 3 as far as points, but that's probably gonna change, given that yeah, our entire team more or less just abandoned us. That's where, archers seem extremely strong at times, and they can be annoying to deal with, but good teamwork like that, all it took was one quick flank from those horses and half my archers were gone. And yeah, there's not too much I could have done about it.
Base will soon be ours.
But here's the hoping they can cap them out. I'm gonna pop into one more thing. I would say if you owe Levi a toy, try to do it next stream, since he's pretty much out at this point. Yeah, he's definitely sleeping. Alright, let me...
King Leonidas.
See if I can get... I'm gonna play something... I have tier 5? I have Thracian Royal Cavalry, or Cavalry.
Leonidas.
Let me see if I can get that. No, I don't have enough free experience. Oh well. So... let's see.
Prisoner of Rome.
I'm trying to play different things here. I'll play these guys. Finally figured out how to replace all 3 things at once. Man.
The clans are ready to
As far as that goes, Dylan, I guess it should email to you. Check your spam box, but I can't help you with that, unfortunately. And we did end up winning that. They basically got capped out. Point-wise, just for like 30 seconds, I dropped down a ton, but that's because these guys captured their base. We would have lost that if the enemy didn't get capped out, but that's something that a lot of people overlook, including me. I get capped out a lot in this game, more so than, say, World of Tanks. Even though that stream the other day when I went to the wrong cap, that still haunts me. But this is definitely going to be my last battle here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. This is a game where I see myself, like, in the grand scheme of things, I don't have a ton of time for every single game. Like World of Tanks, it's my main game. But in the grand scheme of things, I would say, it's World of Tanks, and then kind of right after that. Right now, I'm really enjoying Destiny 2. It's probably Destiny 2. This, kind of has the new factor too, in a way, Total War, since I haven't played it since the alpha. And Dreadnought. Then after that's probably World of Warplanes, World of Warships. And I play a little bit of Civilization mixed in there too. It is a little easier to watch than Destiny 2, yes. If I do stream that tomorrow, hopefully I'm going to try to change a couple things to make it a little bit smoother, as far as like everything is fast-paced in Destiny 2, of course, but I'm going to try to make it a little bit more smooth as far as the stream goes. Earlier in Tanks, I said it at the end, but I kind of figured the problem out. Basically, it was either the graphics driver, I update it, or Windows 10 when it updated. Both times when I did that in the past week or two, more or less, having 2 monitors here, it reset them, it flip-flopped them, reset my entire desktop, and kind of broke, the setup I have here. So in the process of doing that, one of those updates basically swapped my right monitor here. It goes up to 120 frames per second, but I cap it at 60. The blinking at the bottom left, it's global chat. So pretty much anyone, since it is a closed beta, I assume later on they're going to keep global chat but add in more. And there's party chat here for platooning, essentially, with up to 3 other people. I think it's capped at 4 total. So you can chat with everyone that's currently logged in here. I don't get the whole rolled thing. I think it's just kind of like the gambling stuff. I don't think it actually does anything, but yeah, it's global chat here. That's where I figured out, thanks to, I forget who it was, I mentioned the CPU problems I was having here, and someone pointed me to a fix for that, which I did forget to. I'll do that after the battle. Kind of click on the replays down here. At this point, 4 minutes into a queue. The longest I've had was 5. Here we go. It looks like the cancel button just stopped, so we got into one here. See you, John. Thank you very much for watching. Oh, maybe Levi, I guess, woke up now. He's not gonna be too happy going to the vet tomorrow. He like freaks out, but they have to draw blood from them. That's gonna be, I don't even know. I'm gonna have to like hold them down nicely. But we have a bunch of like allergy tests and stuff we have to do for them. All right, load a little faster. I'm loaded here. Maybe. I don't think it froze. I haven't gotten any major, like, say, freezes and crash the desktop, stuff like that when it comes to this game, but there's a first for everything, I guess. But this is definitely going to be my last battle here if this actually works. Because I don't think you can rejoin battles, so we're gonna give it another maybe 30 seconds here. Ah, there we go. I hit enter. Maybe, I don't know why it would make me hit enter, but all right. I've got spearmen. Yeah, I'll head here. I'm not sure. I'm reluctant to go into the forest because you can't really see anything. I haven't had to hit enter to join a battle before. That was strange. Well, it says morale is high. That's about to change. I'm very good with screwing up like something small and like turning my units the wrong way. Just something like that just kills your morale for your unit sometimes if you get flanked. Obviously my CPU, it just jumped up. I don't know if you could hear that spinning up in the background, but obviously all these trees, my CPU is not liking that. See, this guy's a little ahead of me, but he's cutting left hard. Yep, we got people right there. I'm gonna do here. I'm gonna set this up to where
defensive stance.
guys are rushing out now.
Quick march. Awaiting orders. Ready to serve. Run. Destroy. Stop! Stop! Attack! Defend! Warden protects! Stop! Stop! And quick march! Our enemies will suffer. Awaiting orders! Destroy! Without fail! Attack! Yours to command!
Okay. A little hard for me to see what I'm actually doing here, to be honest.
Stop! Stop! Warden protects!
Uh-oh. No, I'm killing my own people.
Stop! Stop! Following orders!
Sorry, guys. I'm just a noob.
Understood!
Get out of phalanx.
Attack! Double time! Ready to serve! Quick march! Yes! At the ready! Slay them!
clean up back here. Or I bite off more than I can chew.
Run them down!
So far though, we're about tied as far as people go. We have about 1,800 apiece.
Double time! Attack! Ready to serve! Quickly! Destroy! Awaiting orders! At the ready! Apace! Defend! Attack!
But we're about to get all these guys nice and wrapped up here, I think.
Your command? Kill! Warden protects! Our enemies will suffer. Our enemies will suffer. Double time!
Alright, I need to not push into myself here.
Awaiting orders. Blood! Blood! Blood!
Alright. Unfortunately, my allies here, so staying in that position, like a phalanx, I was just going to damage him. But we're hopefully going to be
Keep moving!
ganking these people pretty well, because we just flanked them pretty good. Uh-oh.
Stop! Stop!
Holy shit, dude. Always the frickin' catapults.
Our men are under attack! Stop! Stop! Quick march! Slay them! Ready to serve! Yours to command! Our allies fire upon us! Run!
Ah, crap, I guess. Oh, I completely botched that.
Without delay! Forward! Onward! Kill them all!
Yeah, this is not good. Now we're down by... We lost a couple hundred on them. Try to get these people out, but here we go. I think we have to regroup here. Unfortunately, I pretty much lost everything there. Got a few units left in the grand scheme of things, but not much. Someone at our base? And maybe there is someone at our base back there. Okay, which, since this is going a little bit longer, let's do one last raffle here. Just for anyone still sticking around here. I'm gonna head this way.
Run them down!
Not that the amount of units I have left, I'm not too confident in this actually working.
Double time!
Yeah, especially, he has a full... Full group of people there. I'll give it my best shot here. Hopefully he can't see me given the tall grass here. Oh, yep, that just, I think that spotted me.
Quick march!
See?
Apace! Following order! Forward, onward! Run! Attack! Quick march! Defensive stance! Up!
Whoops, I might have
Your command!
I might have caught my ally in that.
Up!
Oh lord. Sorry dude. But yeah, at this point I don't know, we'll see. Nope, that's actually my ally. I think. I'm not actually sure. Who the hell?
Attack!
Yep, that's actually my ally.
Defend! Destroy!
I thought I was out of the phalanx, but no. I wasn't. I was killing my own dude. That's alright. Oh my god. I can't believe I just did that. At least we're pretty much, we lost here. At least I'm not that guy watching us. One thing I do like is, take their spears for example. One thing the game does take into account is they will actually keep enemies off at a distance unless there's enough to push through. There is actually a difference between units. Some have long spears, some shorter. To where this zone, it does buffer, give these guys a little bit of a buffer if they have enough people to kind of keep enemies from pushing through all the way. I know, wrong base all over over again. Yes. But let's see. If this isn't gonna take too long, I did get second place. Grand scheme of things, I did cause some team damage, which it doesn't show other people that cause it. You know, I'm not the only one that probably did team damage here. If you play archers or even catapults, artillery, what have you, you almost always cause team damage. It's risk and reward there. I actually almost did the best on my team, which is scary. But we'll see. I don't know how long this is gonna last, but I just want to show one last thing before I hop off here. There's about a minute left in the raffle as well, to where
Arminius.
something I found pretty cool. So down here you have live games, replays, practice mode, main menu of course. So practice mode, you can play different tutorials, and this one specifically, people have been playing it to where I don't know when that gets unlocked, unless, let's see, it might just be because my commander, it's still locked. Maybe they have it closed for the beta, the closed beta here. But as far as replays goes, you can view your own replays within the game. You can even like heart them and favorite them. And your friends, as you can see here, not that I have any friends in Total War Arena, which is why I can't click on it. You can actually see your friends' replays as well. I believe the ones that they heart. So even though the game's pretty early in development, it has some pretty good like social elements to it. And replay wise, I still haven't checked to see if these are stored on your PC. They might be, or you know, if they store them on their end for a certain amount of battles. But I found that to be pretty neat. And then live games, you can kind of search for different people's games. Again, you can search for friends as well. But let's see. What's something we haven't seen Thermopylae, but hitting this, hopefully it actually works. You can actually hop right into a game, and I believe, I'm not sure. There we go. It's not actually like live as you see, increasing the speed here. It's more or less a replay of somebody else's that was decided, you know, it was a pretty good match. I don't know how exactly it picks it, but it's pretty neat in the grand scheme of things, because you can learn maps, like Thermopylae here being a pretty large map in the grand scheme of things, like compared to all the other maps I was on. You know, this is pretty damn big. But it's kind of cool, even if, you know, you're new, you can still see kind of what the game has in store for you. You can search based off of player names and stuff. Uh-oh. It's slowly fast forwarding there. But it's just something to where, honestly, you know, Total War Arena being in a closed beta, something, why doesn't World of Tanks or something has this? You know, Wargaming, the publisher, they do have a hand in the development, but I thought this was pretty cool, kind of seeing this. Whether it's just looking at your own replays, or your friends, or, you know, also random people here. It's pretty neat in the grand scheme of things, because, you know, it doesn't hurt, but it's kind of interesting to see higher tier units when you're low tier as well. But anyway, thank you very much for watching, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. The next time you'll see me streaming will probably be, let me just leave this real fast. It'll probably be Thursday morning for World of Tanks starting at 8 AM, but there is a possibility that tomorrow I might hop on for a little bit, say like Destiny 2 or something, non-World of Tanks, just for like an hour or two, after I'm done with, you know, Levi at the vet. In the grand scheme of things, that last battle, that wasn't too bad there. Second place as far as points go. Probably would have got first if I didn't sit there and block my own teammate at the end. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys next time, hopefully. Have a nice night.